Hello, this is AstrologerCoach Sonja Francis, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming new moon in 21 degrees of Pisces on March 11th at 3:51 p.m. East Coast time in the US and 12:51 p.m. West Coast time in the US. Now, the new moon is the beginning of a new moon cycle. It's a great time to just go within, get really quiet, and listen to the voice of your heart to see what the new moon cycle is going to be all about for you and what you need to focus on for this new moon cycle. Now, with the new moon being in Pisces this time around, it's definitely very strong around intuition and around going within and listening to that voice of your heart, going into that unconditional love place of compassion, into a place of imagination, what is possible for us at this time, tapping into our dreams, what we dream about, what we want to create for ourselves, and also our inspiration, how we can inspire ourselves and others, because we're so able to tap into that limitlessness of possibilities out there. So the Pisces energy on a higher vibration and on its highest expression is very much about that limitlessness, that feeling connected to everything around us, being able to tap into the collective unconscious, and being able to feel things in a very subtle way around everything that's around us. You know, all the energy, whether it's something we can see or not see, or whether it's something that's solid or not solid, it's all energy. And so we're really able to tap into this energy at this time around and fully connect to it and really feel things more acutely. So it's a great time to be very gentle with yourself. It's a great time to be really compassionate with yourself and with other people as well, of course. And it's a time where we really want to allow all the feelings of the rainbow to come through us and move through us, and just allow that flow and to just be in the flow. It's also a great time to slow down a little bit, because the energy of the Pisces new moon is definitely a time where we want to slow down so we can connect more fully to our intuition, to that sixth sense. Now, if we're not able to slow down and we're not able to connect to our intuition, we may feel confused. We may feel like life is a bit foggy, and we may not understand what's going on around us. We may also want to escape life because we may feel that it's a little bit too harsh, or we're feeling things too much, or we feel overwhelmed. So we may tap into any kind of addictions that we may have. Or we may see other people do that. And we also may feel a little bit victimized at this time because of the overwhelm that we're experiencing. And if we're not centered inside of ourselves, and we're feeling all these things that other people are feeling, or we're feeling things on a collective level, and we're not able to separate ourselves from other people's feelings, we may feel victimized by that, and so we may look for someone to save us or to rescue us, from that overwhelm, or from all the feelings and all the sensitivity that we're experiencing. Now, it's definitely important with this lunar cycle to tap into our divinity, into a love place within us, into the heart space within us. And because we're all connected to source, to the universe, to life in general, because everything's interconnected, it's very important that we're doing the best we can to find ways to connect, to find ways to be a part of that, rather than to separate ourselves. Because when we separate ourselves, that's when we start to feel victimized or overwhelmed. Now, what are some ways you could tap into this divinity, into this love place, into this interconnected energy? Well, meditation is one of them, of course. And meditation comes in many, many forms. So if you are someone who has decided at one point, you know what, meditation is not for me, try again and just see, is there some other forms of meditation out there? Because there are many ways to meditate. It's not just sitting in a lotus position, somewhere in your apartment, quiet and not doing anything for 10 minutes. There are other ways to meditate. I personally really like walking meditation because I'm in movement, and I like that for my body type and for my energy type. So depending on what is right for you, check in with yourself and see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. The other way to tap into a more divine place within you is through being in nature. Nature is a wonderful place to experience God, to experience the divinity, to experience our source, and to really see the life force that's out there in the universe, because it's so strong when we're in nature. And to really, when we're able to really take that in and to get quiet, that really shows us, that's a reflection of what's inside of us. It's very powerful. Now, other ways to tap into our divinity is music. I love music when there's a lot of Pisces energy, because it really helps me to stay more centered and to connect more to that flowy place inside of me. So I try to incorporate it into my day-to-day routines as much as possible. Dance is a fantastic way to connect to that divine spark. Creative writing, art, energy work, any kind of energy healing or energy work. So if you're an energy practitioner or you want to seek out energy healing at some point this month, I would highly recommend it. Give it, receive it as much as you can. It's a really beautiful way to tap into this energy in a positive way. The other thing is dream work, because dreams are a way for us to process the collective unconscious. It's a way for us to process energy patterns, or anything that we're feeling throughout the day can get processed through dreams. So this is also a great way to tap into the Pisces energy. And then the other thing, that I think is very important with the Pisces energy is to really understand that this energy, the reason why it's such a spiritual and creative energy, is because it's about being with what is and allowing what is to be exactly as it is, without needing to change it, without needing to judge it, without needing to resist it, and without needing to be attached to it. So it's a really great month for us to practice these things, to practice non-attachment, non-resistance, non-judgment, and to just kind of allow. And of course, this is not going to be possible 24/7. It's not possible to do this all the time, but just creating an awareness around that and really giving ourselves compassion and love, and allowing for those things to just be there when we can, to allow to practice these things is very powerful this month. Now, one example I like to give to my clients a lot of times is, imagine you are the ocean, because the ocean is this vast, limitless body of water that touches and connects to everything. It connects to all the other waters. It connects to the land. It connects to all the weather patterns out there. So it's very much connected to everything. Water, evaporates and rises and becomes rain again. So it's just, it's a part of everything. And we are like the ocean, and the ocean allows for everything to happen. An ocean allows for all the waves to happen, no matter how big or small they are. There's no judgment about waves occurring on top of the ocean, because the ocean is still underneath of all the waves. It's still quiet, it's still solid, it still is vast and limitless, and as are we. So if we're allowing our feelings to just come up and go through us, move through us, underneath of all those feelings, there is still a vastness and a limitlessness that we can experience. And it's the same is true with weather patterns. If there is a storm, if there is a fog, the ocean can just allow the storm to pass through, allow the fog to be there and to dissipate again. And it will, after that weather pattern, it will still be the vast and limitless ocean, and it will be all good and all okay. And this is true for us too. So if we have a storm in our life occurring at this time, let it pass through. If you feel confused and you have a foggy experience in your life right now, let it pass through. Just allow it, because the more we allow it and the less we resist it, the quicker it will pass. Now, the thing is with this ocean analogy is, I always feel that the ocean has because it's so vast and so big, there's this sense of limitlessness, but also unconditional love that it provides, for all the the animals that live within it, and all the plants that live within it, and all the weather conditions that come through and move through it. So there's this sense of real unconditional love, and that is very much a big part of the Pisces energy as well. So it's a really nice practice as well this month to try and bring this unconditional love and this openness and this sense of compassion for ourselves and others to all areas of our lives. And of course, like I always say, it's always good to start with yourself. Bring that to yourself first so you can bring it to the world, or bring it to yourself first so you can receive it from the world, because we can only receive what we've already given to ourselves first. The other thing with this new moon is that, the majority of the universe is not really, we cannot really take it in with our five senses. It's beyond our five senses, a lot of it. A lot of it we cannot comprehend, we cannot see, we cannot touch. So we need our sixth sense, we need our intuition to navigate and understand and connect with the whole universe. And also with the knowledge and with the energy that's all around us. So it is very important to tap into this intuition, because if we don't tap into this intuition, we're going to feel more confused. We're going to feel like we're not connecting to anything around us, and we're going to feel helpless or overwhelmed. We're going to feel like we're in a fog. And when you drive a car through the fog, what you do is you don't speed up the car, you slow down, which means that for this lunar month, we really want to slow down a little bit so that we can connect more fully to our intuition, and that we can tap more into the energies around us that are beyond our five senses. And when you drive in a car in the fog and you're not able to slow down, and you're not able to trust that you're going to be safe no matter what, you're going to probably get really scared, and you're going to feel very overwhelmed, and you may even stop the car because you can't trust that you're actually going to be able to drive through that fog. So you may blame the weather or the conditions or the outside circumstances for you not being able to move on in your life, and for getting stuck, or for having to stop your life, or for feeling overwhelmed. And here it is very important to just know that you do have a choice, and your choice is to choose love, to tap into intuition more fully, and to slow down, to just slow down and get quiet. And that is a very powerful place to come from. Now, if you have any kind of personal planets, or your ascendant rising sign in 18 to 24 degrees of Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini, or Virgo, then this new moon and this lunar cycle is definitely going to be more strong for you, and you're going to feel a much stronger need to tap into this love place, into this divinity, and into a place of the heart. And you may also feel more challenged to do that as well at the same time. So it just for this lunar month, explore your inner universe. Make sure that you are in contact with what is going on inside of you. And this is not always so easy for those of us who are born in the Western world, because our conditioning is so very extroverted, and our conditioning is very much about solving problems on a rational basis outside of ourselves, and always connect to the outside world rather than to the inside world. So we have to watch our conditioning. We have to be gentle with ourselves and have compassion with ourselves if this is not an easy process. And again, slow down, bring compassion and love to yourself and other people, because other people might have a challenge with this as well. Now, if you have those personal planets in 18 to 24 degrees of those signs, I just wanted to say personal planets are the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. All other planets are either social planets or outer planets. So if any of your personal planets is in those signs and those degrees, then the new moon is going to feel more strongly more connected to you. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is intention setting, because this is a big part of the new moon energies, to set intentions. And we always want to set intentions after the new moon has become exact, and we want to avoid any moon void, of course, phases. So this lunar month, the best time to set your intentions, if you live in the United States, is any time on Tuesday, March 12th, anytime from morning to night. There's 24 hours where you can just set intentions. If you do live in Europe, the best time for you to set intentions would be any time after 12 o'clock noon on March 12th until 12 o'clock noon on March 13th. If you live in any other time zone, please feel free to look into your the time differences and see when is a good time for you to set intentions. And if you're confused by the time zones a little bit, which I can understand, it's a little confusing sometimes, then please feel free to reach out to me via email, and I will let you know when is the best time to set your intentions for your time zone. My email is Sonja@AstrologerCoach.com. That's SONJA@AstrologerCoach.com. And also feel free to reach out if you have any general questions about astrology. If you do want a personal reading, if you want to know anything about your personal chart, please feel free to reach out for a reading, either a mini reading or a full-blown reading to go more in depth. I'm always happy to support and help. And please feel free to stay in touch with my weekly blogs that are posted on my website every Sunday night, or also Facebook on my Facebook fan page, and via Twitter. I do post daily astrology postings, which I think are very helpful for us to see what the energy is doing every day, and so we can stay aligned and allow that energy to be a part of our day-to-day experience rather than resisting it or fighting it. So I think this is a really great way to work with that Pisces energy as well. And I also have my daily bite-sized TV videos on my Facebook fan page, and I also post them on Twitter. So feel free to watch those as well. Those are a really great way to start the day, to just have like a 1-minute little candy to see what is coming up with astrology and with the energies. All right, have a fantastic new moon, and I will talk to you soon. This is Astrologer Coach Sonja Francis. Goodbye.